We all learn about technology from our friends, well, not from our families, but we teach our families about technology. But there are some of us who are paid to talk about technology and to evangelize it. And so now one of the best in the industry, Jeff Barr, come on up, is going to tell us some of his secrets. So please welcome Jeff.
All right, you may already be a technology evangelist. I've been doing this both first informally and then formally for a long, long time. I didn't quite realize it at first in the early part of my career, but then looking back, I said, wow, I've actually been doing this since I was 16 or 17. And lots and lots of different things to do. Definition, we basically talk about technology. We spread the word out to users. In my case, I talk to developers. I want to get them to use my technologies. I blog. I get interviewed for podcasts. I Twitter. I talk. I listen. The goal is basically raise awareness for your product. Get developers to use it. Also do a lot of listening, get the feedback. It incorporates, but it's not exactly marketing, PR, sales, coding, technical writing, kind of all of those and none of those at the same time. You need a whole bunch of different things. You need some technology. You need a whole bunch of energy, like these kids on the trampoline in my backyard. You need some books, and you need some places to actually go out and spread the word about what you're doing. And these are some of the interesting, I think, attributes that you'll probably have. You might not have all these, but you'll probably have many of these in varying proportions. The ones you don't have, you'll end up developing as part of the job, especially hungry. You get to eat with a whole bunch of developers as part of your meetings. You do need to actually kind of know Guy Kawasaki, that union rules say you have to own at least 2 Guy Kawasaki books to be a real technical evangelist. I have no idea where you might get any of Guy's books, but there's apparently lots of places online you can do so. I need to move. I need to move a little bit. You need to pick a technology. Has to be a good one. Maybe a Ferrari or a Porsche is a good thing. Probably not a Pinto or a Trabant. And sorry if you own either one of those two. But you need something you actually personally believe in as a technology to be able to really be a convincing evangelist. You need some really awesome tech skills. You cannot fake these skills. You really have to actually have them. If people say, let's go down and dirty in the code or whatever your technology is, you need to be able to dig in deep with them or deeper if possible. You got to know the field. You got to know your competition. Now, luckily, experience actually counts in this job. You can't be just a snot-nosed teenager and jump in and say, I'm a legitimate evangelist. You do have had kind of grown up with the technology, learn a whole bunch about it, and really just have this kind of deep background. So then you need a message. You really need something to say. You'll probably work with your company's marketing, your PR departments to figure out exactly what that message is. You need to be very, very consistent because people are going to blog what you said. You need to be factual, be direct, and you need to be very bold about what you say. You need some hardware. You need a really, really good laptop. You need some communication devices. You might want to have your own broadband internet connectivity to carry with you. Maybe not need your own video projector like that one, but you need to be able to have control of your video port on your laptop. Not the easiest thing. Optionally, you need your own private jet. This happens to be mine. Seriously, it's great to be able to navigate all the different airline travel sites and just have full control of figuring out how am I going to get there, prices, best routes, and what are the best airports, and so forth. These are all the things I do. I can't even list them in the 15 seconds that I have. I make trips, I execute them, I make presentations, I do 1 million emails a day, I blog, I work with lots of developers, podcast, screencast, write, code, and so forth. Important tools, your credit card account so you can do your expenses, your online travel site, your presentation tool, and your inbox. As you can see by my inbox down there, I practice the zero inbox philosophy. There's zero progress in my inbox every day. I use lots of different social networking tools. I use blogging, I use Twittering, I use LinkedIn, but I try to bounce each of those off of each other. I write a blog post, I drop it into Twitter, I read a bunch of cool stuff on Twitter, I try to summarize it and blog about it. I like to innovate. I have a really cool wiki where I let people put trips on the wiki and fill in details. If users want to meet with me, they can simply put details on that wiki and we'll show up as part of our trips. We do virtual presentations, lots and lots of fun. We actually meet with developers in Second Life. We present, we talk to them, we do chats, we do feedback sessions. Great way to save some travel costs and have a really good time with a very leading edge technology. And you get your customers to help. In this case, this guy in the picture here invited me up to his city and said, I will book an entire day's worth of meetings for you if you just show up in Daresbury, England. I showed up there. He had an entire day worth of great meetings for me. Customer evangelism. You get your customers to help you out. Also, you go out, you get to listen to your customers, and they tell you all kinds of amazing things. You go in there with a notepad, you write it all down. At the end of the day, you write your trip report, and you send all that great stuff back to your company. So in addition to being the voice of your company, you get to be the eyes and ears and bring all those wonderful things back in. Evangelism is really great. I'd love to take lots and lots of questions, but we're just about out of time, but would be happy to talk to you later. You can find me at that email address, and really enjoyed speaking with you. Thank you very much.